So last night, I'm asleep, I'm cuddled up, and I see Kanye West, changes it from swish to waves, and then he did the right thing because Max B is very popular in the streets, the internet, this, that, and the third. Max B is a very popular figure, out there. And so basically he gave Max B his credit before I guess the internet beat his ass. Kanye doesn't care, Kanye, whatever. But so I get on there, I see Wiz, start make some valid points about this, about that. But Wiz is not the person to speak because of the history, because of Amber Rose, because Wiz having a baby with Amber Rose and they're breaking up. And of course, Amber Rose fingers was in Kanye's butt way before this. So this is what I'm saying. Wiz versus Kanye. This conversation is all about what's really going on and what do you guys that's viewing this, that's supporting me, think is going on. Both of these guys are in album mode. Khalifa is on the way. Swish, Waves, whatever the fuck Kanye decides to call his album is on the way. And we don't know, but we both know these guys, the release dates are out, this, that, and they might drop earlier. The industry does anything they want. So do you think this is a publicity stunt? I say I don't know if it's a publicity stunt, because if it's a publicity stunt, Amber Rose finds out, she's going to tell everybody what the labels told them to do, this, that, and the third. But is this a real publicity stunt? Is Wiz really, feeling some type of way about Kanye doing this? What do you think is going on? Me, frankly, I think it's a publicity stunt. I tweeted, Kanye West is showing us that he's regular. We get on Wale for going in about people, but Kanye really let Wiz somehow get under his skin. What do you think it was to let him get under his skin? Because Kanye went in, 1, 2, you let a stripper trap you. What else? You put my initials and KK. He went and then he tried to apologize. So what do you think? What's going on? I don't think Khalifa's gonna do nowhere near as more numbers or half numbers as Kanye, because this album we all waiting on. I also want to ask you, is Amber Rose just as worse as Kim Kardashian? Amber Rose was a stripper. You had Kim Kardashian was getting G'd or getting hit, by Brandy's brother. Like, what's worse, being a stripper? We never seen, if from what I recall, we never seen Amber Rose naked. The whole world seen Kim's ass. You know what I'm saying? So what do you think is worse? Because Kanye, right now, Kanye is acting like, his girl is oh so holy. But at one point, she was in the same boat as Amber, if not worse. We know Amber's ratchet. She doesn't hide it. We know Amber was a stripper. She didn't hide it. Was Wiz really trapped by a stripper, or did he actually want to have that baby? Because if I don't recall, they were in love. We're all human beings. We all love each other. You know what I'm saying? Also, let me know, what was the funniest part about what Kanye said? It was pretty bad. I know the internet is about to eat it all up. Let me know. Is this beef? Does Wiz have a chip on his shoulder? Does Kanye have a chip on his shoulder? Do you think the album will be called Waves? Or is all of this publicity because both these motherfuckers' albums are about to drop? I need to know. Another question. Will Meek take an L off of this? Somehow, some way, will Meek involve himself in this beef to take an L? Because right now, if he doesn't, he can breathe for a little while, because we forgot about Meek. Drake and Tiger are now cool. Black China is now with Rob Kardashian. God damn. This is a way to start off a crazy, February, Valentine's Day. So let me know. Publicity stunt. Who's worse, Kim or Amber? Did she trap him? Will Meek take an L off of this? It's Pat is dope. 17 films behind the film. Go ahead and pull up some of this shit Kanye was saying since I couldn't take him to school. And shout out to all the fakes out there, the fake Max B fans that went into social media research mode and found out who Max B was, and started tweeting stuff like that, actually knew about, what been going on and stuff like that, and why, you know, why Wiz was upset about Waves. But you gotta understand, Max B created, you know, a lot of the singing and the harmonizing. But you gotta understand, Kid Cudi kind of put it into perspective. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Max. You know what I'm saying? Free Max B. He definitely, you know, changed the culture, shifted a lot of things, you know, from then, and a lot of people are repping them now. You know what I'm saying? But you know, what Kanye said, you know, about Wiz taking a lot of stuff from Cudi, you know, that was this generation's situation for the young kids. That singing and stuff. Cudi, you know, stopped it. He cut it out a little bit once he, you know, went into this little crazy mode of depression. But you gotta understand, Cudi put a lot of that on the map too, you know what I'm saying? But when you name it Waves, and they were arguing about the wave and stuff, that Kanye West he rides a lot of waves, you know, him and his camp. You know, you see Travis Scott getting pulled up a lot of time from, you know, taking styles, taking sounds and stuff. Kanye West is the best at riding a wave and making it seem like, you know, he was, you know, in it, you know, he was there, you know what I'm saying? But that's what, you know, the GOAT can do it sometimes. Not saying it's right or wrong, but when you look at everything that's going on, Wave was not just about Max B, you know what I'm saying? That was the name that was going on with it. Kanye West, you know, has been singing and stuff like that also. But you gotta pay homage to Cudi too, man. Hey, it's Pat is dope. Get in the comment section. Let me know if I'm right, I'm wrong. Let me know. Just share your thoughts. Make sure you follow me on all social media networks. Pat is dope, and I'm out.